What is one of the greatest joys in life? Becoming a parent. After months of anticipation, the first cry of a baby changes everything for their parents. And let's be honest, parenthood, while it's full of joy, also has unexpected challenges. Many of these challenges dads have faced in silence for far too long. Today, we are breaking this. We are breaking this silence by talking about men's mental health, parenting skills, policy changes, and cultural representation. I know there's no crying in baseball, but why have we equated crying makes us look weak? Is it stronger to scream in silence? Is it stronger to suck down beer after beer to numb away the pain, only to destroy our relationships with our wife and kids? Is it stronger to allow anxiety to run through our nerves like wildfire, leading to frustration, anger, and more, like worse? If you ask me, this sounds less like strength and more like avoidance, more like an ostrich burying its head in the sand. Forgive me, but isn't an ostrich technically poultry? Much like another bird we enjoy with buffalo sauce. Me, I would rather be a lion. Lions don't back down. Lions face their fears head on. As dads, we are more than just protectors and providers. We bring strength, love, and resilience to our families. This is a reality we need to talk about. The importance of men's mental health and parenting skills as co-parents with our spouse for our families, which is why this talk is about redefining strength by lifting up dads through involved fatherhood. Did you know that about 1 out of every 10 fathers experiences paternal postpartum depression? And about 18% of those experience an overwhelming anxiety within the spouse's pregnancy and the first year afterwards. Yes, you heard me correctly. Postpartum depression in dads. According to the medical researchers at the Mayo Clinic and other national medical institutions, postpartum is not a female-only condition. Men can experience it too. It's different, of course. Men don't go through childbirth, but the emotional toll is very real. For generations, fathers they were the distant breadwinners. They were away from the parenting rhythms. And my dad was one of them. He would wake up at 4 a.m., come back at 5 p.m., come home for supper, and head straight to bed. When I became a dad, I promised I would do things differently. And we have. You see, my wife and I adopted our children from foster care. And while they don't share our DNA, they have shown me that parenting and fatherhood is about love, presence, and vulnerability. Now, let me break a mindset for you. When we are dating one another, it is natural for us to be focused on one another. When a woman gives birth to a child, it is natural for her to shift her focus to her newborn child. Dads, we need to do the same. It is customary for dads to be over here focused on his career and his wife's and family's needs, while she is here focused on the kids and housework. I feel this division in focus is a root cause for much parental strife, as the spouses feel neglected by the others. This brings me to the concept of involved fatherhood. It's a concept where, imagine this, fathers are involved in their kids' lives, where they are there helping them through the daily routine and supporting their spouse at the same time as they support one another. Dads are actually taking this and celebrating this on social media with accounts like Dad Breaks, Dad Got Bars with his Clapback Dad Rap, and the Dad Show, where they have interviews with other dads celebrating their families and supporting one another. Personally, I've connected with Dad Breaks, as he teaches men like me and other dads how to braid their daughter's hair. Yes, he is teaching this bald man how to braid. Advertising is catching on too. Do you remember the commercials of the tough guy dad commercials? Or the bumbling buffoon not knowing what's going on commercials? Contrast that with Dove's Real Strength campaign, where they showcase involved fathers dancing and playing with their kids, mending scraped knees, and supporting their spouses. You see, advertising is catching on with this involved fatherhood, as this mirrors what is happening and showcased in social media, but it also molds the society trend as well, as there's a new niche for commercials, dadvertising. This positive representation of fathers, imagine this, involved in their families' lives, is changing and shaping social norms. And customer bases are responding as brands are seeing this. Brands like Pantene, Gillette, Apple, and Tide. And it doesn't just stop in the US. There is a laundry detergent brand called Ariel in India who has had a campaign called Share the Load since 2015 and continues to this day. Now, while we celebrate and focus on these shifts, why do these shifts matter? Well, fathers being involved as cooperative and competent parents affects everything from policy changes to paternal leave. And imagine this, if you will, where both parents are able to come home and bond with their newborn child after birth and spend that paternity leave with them. Then, after the paternity leave lapses, they are able to work remotely and alternate weeks in person and working remotely, allowing them to continue to bond as a family, save money on childcare, and continue to grow in their chosen field, thereby also helping tear down outdated norms and continue to open doors for women and moms to thrive and grow in their careers as they become the role models and leaders that our children will be growing into in their future. Now, while we celebrate this, and what are some action steps that we can take as an audience, that we can do in our daily lives? I'll give you 4. We can create safe spaces for men to be vulnerable and open, and able to share their feelings without having their words turned against them later on. As therapy is strength, not weakness. As national research shows that both moms and dads can experience postpartum depression in different ways. Support paternal leave for everyone, as the research also shows that families can need to bond together, and becoming a parent is life-changing. And babies, well, did anyone come with a manual? I think not. A survey I did on Facebook showed that the one thing that everyone remembered was the bill. So we need to create these opportunities for moms and dads, spouses to bond together and figure out what this now means as a parent. Celebrate dads in advertising, where brands continue to resonate with their audience who is responding, and have positive, competent dads loving in their brand commercials, supporting their products. In short, more dadvertising. And we need to create parental resources that are available and affordable to all parents, foster parents, birth parents, etc. Because like I said, they don't come with manuals. And as a foster parent, when our son was placed with us, resources were scarce at best. And having them online, available in person, and also affordable, just helps all the parents around. Now, while we celebrate and focus on this, we cannot ignore the elephant that is in the room: men's mental health. Becoming a father is life-altering, and anxiety and stress is on the rise with new dads, while seeking help remains stigmatized. We all can do simple stuff by simply reaching out to new parents we know and appreciating the men in our lives. Ladies, when was the last time you received a bouquet of flowers? Men, when was the last time you received a small token of appreciation, not including your birthday? Do you know why most men can remember a compliment given to them 2 or more years ago? Because it was likely the last compliment they received. Think of a man you know, ask him how he's doing, and after he responds with, "I'm fine," which is likely a lie, respond with, "No, really. How are you really doing?" Becoming a father, I understand the pressure you have. And my children were foster children. And while I cannot rewind time to when they were babies, I can love them where they are today. Hold them through their tears, comfort their fears, and help mold them into the wonderful adults they will become as they blaze their own trail. Because I continue to face my mental health, I'm able to be there when they have their struggles as well. If I can do this, then I believe you can too. Let's rethink fatherhood. Let's redefine strength, not as silence, but as love, presence, and vulnerability. When we lift up dads, we don't just affect the men, we affect entire families and future generations. Thank you.